Today, consumerism and the fast-paced information era are key factors behind the emotional disconnect between coral bleaching and urban culture. This project uses the visual language of satirical consumerism, bringing ecological crises to the surface within familiar consumer contexts. It invites people to navigate between familiar reality and uncomfortable, reflect the link between their everyday choices and the harm done to the corals. The project's deliverables include menus, package, and shopping receipts. The project target location is the Great Barrier Reef, and the target audience is urban consumers, especially the younger generation. Encourage them to face up to the hidden coral crisis in familiar consumer settings. To explore how different media can convey satire and trigger reflection, I carried out 3 design experiments during this stage. The first experiment was a restaurant menu. I combined the design language of fine dining with the coral crisis, hiding harsh realities behind tempting dish names. Let the audience enjoy a sense of appetite while unknowingly ordering a bill for ecological damage. The second experiment was a pop-up brochure. On the surface, it showed calm and natural scene. But when opened, hidden cards popped out to reveal satirical realities about information bubbles and consumerism, creating a stronger contrast through interaction. The last experiment was a fast fashion shopping receipt. It kept the format of real receipt, but the product names directly point to environmental costs. At the end, a standard commercial tone congratulates the consumer for contributing a global coral bleaching. Behind this satirical visual experiment is in-depth research on stage of corals and consumer culture, which together form the core framework of the project. The research found that although most urban residents often see coral-related information in the media, the content is usually fragmented and turned into entertainment. A fast-paced lifestyle makes it hard for people to stay focused on ecological crises for long, while consumerism further enhances the environmental costs, burying the issue within everyday consumption. At the same time, I also researched the information and ecological value of typical coral in the Great Barrier Reef, providing authentic and rich material for design. These species are the backbone of the ocean and the shelter for another marine life, but are now disappearing due to bleaching and degradation. In my 3 precedents, the gambling city, Greece next door, and the funeral for objects, each use satire to address industry dependence, or expose greenwashing contradictions and giving objects emotional continuity, showcasing the power of familiar symbols and contrast-based narratives. My design also adopts this strategy, transforming everyday consumer media such as the menus, brochure, and receipt into ecological metaphors that carry the coral crisis. In the next stage, this exploration will merge into a completed visual branding system, combining interactive experiences with coral species information to enhance sense of conflict in satirical design. By embedding ecological crises into consumer settings, the project aims to narrow the emotional distance between cities and the ocean, guiding audience from surprise to reflection and action.